Hello guys, and welcome back to Monaco for the second race here of the weekend, the sprint race this time around. We are starting 8th on the grid here, and our first objective here is going to be to avoid absolute carnage heading into turn 1 here. Not really sure. I think we're going to be adopting a wide line. I don't really know. Oh no, everybody's going to the left, and we decide to dive down the inside there over the curb, passing our teammate Daniel Clayton. He appears to be spinning a little bit. One of the Silver Spark cars there is no match for our acceleration right up the hill here, and by the looks of things here, we're actually having a very nice start. Oh, don't want to get tangled up with anyone here coming through the casino section as we're going to be coming into the slower part down to the hairpin here. No accidents so far, and that's a positive. Usually we have cars all over the place. Oh, just as I say that, somebody just hits the brakes right in front of us there, and somebody's lost a wheel right there. He appears to be parked a little further up the track there, and everybody's just hitting that wheel. No telling where that's going to end up, but good news is that we're into P6 already, and we've actually managed to get this far without suffering any damage. And it seems that yellow flag situation we had up right after the hairpin there appears to be cleared up again, as we have a green flag and are ready to resume racing here. We've made one change from the race setup there that we used during the main race, and that is we have opted for a much shorter gear ratio here for the sprint race there. I felt that we did not take full advantage of 6th gear anyway, so we might as well see if we can't squeeze out some more acceleration out of the car there, as we are running very close to Jean-Baptiste Segault here coming out on the main straight. He almost touches the wall over there to the right, and I'm not sure if we might be able to dive down the outside of him here. No, we need to back out of that when actually kissing the barrier there. But in turn, we managed to dive down the inside, and like I was talking about, the shorter gear ratios here are giving us the opportunity to just sprint away on the hill here as we are into P5 on lap 2. Jumping to the end of lap 2 here, we've managed to close the gap on Alex Charon as we come out on the main straight here. We're going to flick the curves on, just put the pedal to the metal, see if we can accelerate down the outside of him here as we make that move stick, and we are already into P4 on lap 3 of the sprint race here. Jumping to the end of lap 4, we have an identical situation here. This time, current P3, Hannah shoring up, okay, swerving all over the place. We dive down the inside here again using curves, accelerating away as we are into P3. This is probably how we're going to be overtaking any cars here on this particular track. As anybody who's ever raced Monaco knows, it's a very difficult track to overtake on, but it appears that we have an advantage in terms of pure acceleration, and we're going to be using that whenever possible. Coming down to the hairpin section of the track, I just noticed we got wheels lying everywhere, and I'm not really sure how many cars have retired so far. Jumping ahead to lap 6 here, we are trying to chase down the current P2 here, Thomas Sakura. This particular this particular section of the track, the AI appears to be very slow, and I'm not really sure why that is, because seemingly they should be able to go a lot faster right here. But we're going to be staying as close as we possibly can here as we come up into the final turn here, and hopefully we're going to be using our acceleration on the straight as we have so far. Flicking on the curves, going down the inside there. He's no match for us there, Thomas Sakura. We are into P2 and are now trying to chase down Jose Vasquez. Jumping ahead to lap 8 here, a currently well-known situation arises as we have closed the gap on current leader Jose Vasquez, and we're going to be staying as close as we possibly can yet again, coming out on the main straight, and hopefully we're going to be able to accelerate through him here. Flicking on the curves, he kind of swerves a little bit to the right there. There is contact. We actually touch wheels. Thankfully, there is no damage there as we run very wide into turn 1, locking the tires, almost heading into the barrier, but we are leading the sprint race here at the track that shall remain nameless. Skipping right ahead to lap 13 here, we currently have a pretty much a 5-second gap to current P2, who is still Jose Vasquez at this point. And right now we're kind of, I wouldn't say we're taking it slow, but we're taking it sort of easy. We're not pushing ourselves in any way because currently it's not about opening up a huge gap. It's basically just about staying away from the barriers, because anybody who's ever raced here knows that just touching the barrier the wrong way is potentially race ending. So what we're going to be doing here is just focusing on driving our own race. Do not make any stupid mistakes here, and whether or not we have a 3-second gap or a 5-second gap, well, it doesn't really matter at this point. Jumping right ahead to lap 16 here, we've opened up the gap a few seconds further. We almost have a 7-second gap at this moment here. And like I said, still, we're sort of taking it easy right now. We're not pushing the car in any way. And coming down here into the tunnel straight, there's actually another wheel line there in the middle of the road. Again, I'm not really sure where that came from. I would assume that the other wheels lying around on the track pretty much came from the opening lap there, but that one I haven't seen before, so I'm not sure whether or not anyone had an accident or whether it was just a wheel from further up the track that somebody hit and it kind of bounced all the way down there. Jumping ahead to lap 19 here, we still have a 7-second gap down to the P2 car, Jose Vasquez, so no change overall. If you look at the mini-map there in the top left corner, you can see as we come out on the main straight, you can see the pit section in there to the right. It appears that we have like 3 or 4 cars parked in there. And I'm not really sure whether or not, I've seen them there for a couple of laps there, they don't seem to be moving. So I would assume that those cars are retired cars that went out on the first lap and are just parked in there for now. So if anybody knows any differently, please feel free to correct me on that, but that's what I'm guessing they are. Jumping ahead to lap 22 here, the gap down to the P2 car, Jose Vasquez, pretty much remains the same. It's currently about 6.5 seconds. That'll fluctuate kind of depending on where on the track we are, because we have a section of the track where we seem to be much faster than the AI, and then obviously we have some sections on the track where we'll be taking it a little bit easy here, the casino section for one, and he'll be matching us and making up some ground that way through. So basically what we're doing right now is we're matching each other lap for lap, and we're taking it kind of easy at this point. Jumping ahead to lap 31 here, we have an 8-second gap down to the P2 car, Jose Vasquez, still in second position. And all we need to do right now is just get the car through the last couple of turns here without wrecking it. And we'll be taking a double victory here this weekend at Monaco. And that's basically more than anything I thought that I'll be able to pull out of this track here. I really thought we'd be having a much harder time here, but I'm not really sure what happened to the AI. They seemed a little slow here. But nonetheless, really happy about the win here at the sprint race as well. And as you can see there, we managed to score 4 points there. Jose Vasquez is second, Thomas Sakura rounding off the podium there. And seemingly our teammate Daniel Clayton finishes way down in 9th place there and does not score any points. And again, like I was talking about, as you can see, the weekend here being very kind to us point-wise. We win both races, secure an extra 4 points from qualifying first, and an extra 4 points for actually having the fastest lap of the race, both in the main race and the sprint race there. So pretty much as close to a full house as you can possibly come. And in the championship standings, that puts us ahead of our teammate Daniel Clayton now, who is currently in second position, and Christopher Gonzalez Diaz is in third. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave a like or subscribe to this channel for more Project Cars action, and I'll be seeing you soon enough. Bye-bye.